What's up guys, Jake's Cover here with another Arma3 tutorial on the Eden editor. Now what I'm going to cover today, the previous two videos I covered the basic controls of the Eden editor, and I also covered how to set up Zeus. Now that's all good and well, but where is your players going to spawn into? And that's what we're going to look at. So what you do is you want to find a starting point for your players, which could be, let's say, let's find a nice place on this map. Now remember, before you do all of this, you need to basically decide what your mission is going to be all about, the storyline, all that kind of stuff, before you start placing down things that's going to be an active part of the mission. The previous parts, how you move and stuff, obviously is not going to affect the mission, and also how you enable Zeus is not going to affect your mission, except for enabling Zeus. Okay, so but once you start where people are going to spawn in and that kind of stuff, obviously that has to make sense. So let's find a nice place on the map. I don't have a specific mission in mind, so I'm just looking for a nice fun place to spawn, where the guys will spawn in when they initially join the server. So let's take the docks here, for example. Yeah, this seems quite doable. Is this building enterable? Yes, it is. Brilliant. So what you're going to do, first thing you decide is which faction are the guys going to play as. Now most of the missions are, the friendlies are blue for, and the enemies are either up for or independent. Now let's say we're going to play as NATO, and then you go to special forces. Okay, you've got recon this, recon that, sniper, assault diver. Nah, let's go to normal men. Now remember also, you can go to your compositions. Let's say you want a normal rifle squad, for example. Let's just place it somewhere outside so we can see exactly what slots it will create. That looks fine. So what are we going to have? We're going to have a squad leader, ammo bearer, auto rifleman, combat lifesaver, which you will need, marksman, rifleman, rifleman AT, and team leader. Okay, that seems okay. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 slots. Maybe you decide you want another 2 slots. Let's say there are normal, say, heavy machine gunner. You will see if you bring it close, it will automatically link. You see that little blue line to that man there? It will automatically link to the squad. If you go further, it won't link. So if you wanted to be part of that squad, we want a machine gunner, and we want, so let's say, a grenadier. Okay, so we've got 10 slots there. Now you've decided those are the 10 slots that you want to the players to be able to spawn into. All of these you want to make playable characters that when the mission starts and the people log into your server, they can choose what role they want to play. So all you're going to do is click on the squad marker, that little square block there on top, right click on it, go attributes. Then you go down to playable. You see under object control, you make it a playable slot. Okay, and all of these will now almost have like a red purplish, yeah, more purple little circle around it. That means these are playable slots now. If you want multiple of these, let's say this is your one section, you want another one, Control C to copy and Control V to paste. Now you have 2 sections where the people can be choose where they which slot they want. Okay, so and so you can go, let's say you want 3 pilot slots. 1, Control C, Control V, Control V. but now you will see these are not a unit, they're all separate. You see, they're not linked. So what we're going to do to make this one unit, hold your left control button, your left mouse button. First, click the unit, hold your left control button, your left mouse button, hold it in and drag it to the one you want to join it to, and the same on this one. And now you'll see they are one unit. Okay, those are your free pilot slots, for example. So you can go on and on and on. Now if you go play multiplayer, and just say okay, you don't have to worry about those things now. It will just generate a file. Okay, disable AI. So you've got your alpha 1.1, which is got a squad leader, blah 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 blah, everything that we just said the people we want to make available. Then you've got alpha 1.2, which is a 2 section with all the slots available to choose from. But now the problem is I did not make the pilots playable attributes. Playable. There we go. Now if you go play in multiplayer, the pilots will be there, but right at the bottom. Now let's say you want to change the order of these things, that you want the pilots to appear top in your lobby. Very easy. Just go back to the editor and select your squads in the order you would like them to be in your lobby. So let's say we want pilots, then we want just go on the squad marker, click on that, select them, hold control, then we want alpha 1.1 and alpha 1.2. Control C those, delete, and Control V. Now if you go play, you will see on top you've got your pilots now. They're on the sequence that I want them to be. Very easy to change the sequences afterwards. Now the only thing you must always make sure is the places where the people are going to spawn, that this one for example is not inside the wall. That can cause players to glitch out when they spawn in. Also make sure they, like this one, also make sure they're not in trees, in chairs or anything like that, that they are solid on the ground. Otherwise they spawn in, they might get injured because they're going to fall. If this player for example is like this and somebody chooses this slot, this guy's literally going to fall to the ground from that height when he spawns in. The easiest way to make sure everything is on the ground, all the little men, you just mark everything by holding your your left mouse button and dragging. Everything is selected. Right click anywhere on one of these men, say transform, snap to surface. You see that one what was on in the air will be on the ground now, and it should normally, unless they are in buildings and stuff, that can glitch out sometimes, but this should normally automatically place all of them at the right height to before the players spawn in. Okay, so let's try this again. We're going to go play scenario multiplayer. Now we're going to choose, I'll disable the AI. We want to be the squad leader. We want to be the squad leader. Going to say okay. Going to say continue. Just waiting. Normally it takes a while for the first time to create it. After that it's quite easy. And there you see, I'm spawned in. I have very funny looking glasses on my face, it seems. Let's get that away. That glitches out a bit. There we go, that looks better. Anyway, so we spawned in exactly where I placed the players. Easy. And that's how you create playable slots. I will go into a little bit more, and that is if you want the players to have custom loadouts and not the the standard loadouts that they come with. All you do is select the player, like the auto rifleman, right click on the auto rifleman and say edit loadout. This is like an arsenal where everything that is available in the game or in the mods will be there. Let's say we want to change his clothes to commoner. We want to give him a vest, a deck crew vest. We want to change his backpack. Did he have a backpack? No, he didn't. Fuel pack. Yeah, that looks almost good, but go to green X, cocky. X, green, nah, urban. Yeah, that looks okay. And we want to change his gear to a cap. Not please, let's go red cap. And we want to give him aviator glasses. And we want to keep the other stuff as is. The weapons and all that kind of stuff. Okay, then what you do is you press OK. Now you will see the one I've changed will be the loadout as I selected it to be. Now when the player spawns into the slot, this is what now, auto rifleman for section 1. Okay, so let's go play. And we're going to disable the AI again, auto rifleman for section 1. There we go. So, okay. Now I should be that player that we just selected a custom loadout for. And unfortunately, it works best to do this one by one slot. What works well if you want 2 sections, but the loadout should be the same. Change the loadouts for the first section as you want it, and then just copy and paste the section over. Now I should be ready. There we go. Anyway, there's the loadout as we change it to be. So you can almost use a NATO man and change him into anything you want to, depending on the mod you have loaded. That's one way of doing it. So now we know how to create player slots, how to change the order of the player slots, and also how to change the loadouts. I think I'm going to leave it here for now. There is a few other things that we will cover. That's how to set up the arsenal, that kind of things. But yeah, that should be able to get you almost to do a basic mission. Now with what you've learned so far, which is the controls, how to set up Zeus, and how to set up players or player slots, this by itself should basically give you a blank mission file. A blank mission file that you can create, people can join, somebody can go into the Zeus slot, and what we normally do for the guy that's going to play Zeus so that he doesn't mess around with one of these slots, we create normally an officer slot, and oh yeah, you can change the role description. We're going to say this is mission maker. Okay, the mission maker or Zeus will then be able to select that slot. Now that I think about it, playable, not player, playable. Okay, player is more something you're going to use for when you create single player missions. Now this slot is going to be right at the bottom now, remember, because we put pilots, then 1 section, then 2 section, then mission maker. So let's say we want the mission maker is important guy, so let's say we want him to be first. So we're going to select the mission maker, and then we want the pilots, then we want section 1, then we want section 2. Control C before you press delete, and Control V just to put everything there. Now once again, you will just have to move everything into the right spaces. Don't stress about that too much. And now if you go play scenario, mission maker will be right on top. Mission maker go in there, continue, and remember we already set up Zeus the previous time, so Mission Maker, the ID you've set up can basically be done out of any slot. So we're going to just go Y for Zeus, and then we're in Zeus. So now you've got a blank canvas. If you didn't create a pre-made mission, this is good enough for you to do a Zeus mission. You've got a Zeus slot, you've got your player slots. You just need an arsenal still, which we will do in the next video, and you can start placing things down as you see fit. You want a camp bear, whatever. There's a little camp, they need to attack this camp, blah blah blah. So you can actually start. The mission file as is good enough to actually start a very basic Zeus mission. But yeah, so we just to go over it, we know how to create your mission slots, how to edit the mission slots, how to change the names of the mission slots. Remember, all I did is I double clicked on that, and the role description is what you change. So if you want to change the leader's name, which is normally squad leader, you want it to be section leader, for example, just change role description to section leader. Okay, and remember to save it every time, and you will see that will now say section leader instead of squad leader, group leader. Guys, I hope that helped you out a little bit. You almost there to start making your own missions. Because like I said, now you've got Zeus enabled, you know how to move around the map, and you've got player slots. The only other thing you need is a place for the people to rearm and customize the kits a little bit, or just get extra ammo, extra resources, that kind of stuff. Then you're good to go. Then you've got a blank mission file. We will start covering things like how to create a mission, what do you have to think about when you create a mission, what storyline, how do you keep it realistic, how do you keep it balanced, all that kind of stuff. So quite a few more videos coming up. Guys, remember, if you're first time viewer of my videos, bash that subscribe button, bash the like button if you like my videos, share my videos around so we can help this channel grow. I would appreciate it greatly. And as always, the description to Last Resort Gaming forum, the public server will be down below in the description, and also links to my Patreon, my Facebook, and my Discord. Guys, I hope you enjoyed. I hope you learned something. Like I said, we're doing very basics, vanilla, straightforward, doing it as if you've never worked on the Eden editor before. Hope you've learned something. If there's anything specific you want me to cover in the next video somewhere in the future, please comment down below. Cheers, enjoy guys, see you in the next one.